Your next stop is your success. And clear negative odds, please.
Good morning. Happy
morning.
Friday. Happy Friday, everyone. How are you guys doing on this awesome Friday? Today is very nice here. It's going to be 50 degrees.
And sunny.
Yes. Yeah. And we have a plan every Friday. We go to the Indian buffet. So we're looking forward to that. That's really fun to do. Like, we look forward to going to that restaurant. And they treat us so well there. They know us. They're already, you go and sit down. And
the owner wants to buy my Jeep and all that stuff.
Yeah. It's pretty cool. Like having your place or, your stuff to do. So good morning and good afternoon to Michael.
Michael Hill.
Yes, Michael Hill.
And Samuel. Samuel was up till 3 a.m. working on the conference.
Sammy, I know you probably heard this, but from because I've been saying this all along. I'm so proud of you and in this that you're doing, and we cannot wait to be.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. And then I saw Sammy's behind the scenes. He has his monitor set up and everything. It's like he's going all out.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. It is so great. And
does this work? Or it doesn't work?
No, because it's not. He was trying to play a noise that I was playing.
Trying to play some.
I was trying to play on Monday. I think I deleted it already.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's. You guys said for me, if I don't need it anymore, I just delete it. I don't like having stuff there.
Sorry, Sammy. I tried.
You can make it with your mouth. The noise with your mouth. And you know what I have to do? I have to say hello to our awesome moderator, Mr. Paul. You are awesome. There you go. You see? Or you can do this. You can do the default sounds
I'll
right here.
I'll try to add it back. I'll add it back. It should be in your folder.
I deleted it.
The file itself too?
Well,
from downloads.
This is a different profile.
Yeah, from downloads itself.
Yes. That's where I downloaded it from. That's where I deleted it from.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, the download.
So it's not here anymore.
It should not be there. I deleted. I know.
Sorry, Paul. Sorry, Sammy.
So you guys, we're if you're catching the replay, right? We're gonna add a chapter mark to this because we're gonna answer a couple of questions that have to do with Ecamm itself. So people have some questions about organizing folders as well as once you have a lot of folders, which is something that happened to me personally at first. When I first started with Ecamm, I will create a lot of folders and then I will have so many things and I just wanted to start from scratch. And there was a question in the community about that. So we're going to just real quick. I know you guys are loyal. So you probably know this, but we're just going to cover it real quick. And then we're going to go over LUTS real quick and what LUTS do because we have a question about that. We're not going to teach you how to create the LUTS right now, but just what LUTS do for your camera and how it can enhance it. And then we go on to designing some real quick lower thirds that if you're on the fly and you want to create something real quick and you don't want it to be so elaborate, you can just create something real simple that looks really nice, and that's that. And
I get to pull a you because you always say Fuljens' favorite word. You know what your favorite word is today? Real quick. Everything is real quick.
Really quick. Is that today we're gonna do this real quick?
Real quick.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Really quick, Bill.
What's up, Dr. E?
Hi, Dr. Elo. Yeah. Dr. Elo, let's say hello to Dr. Elo real quick. I'm gonna be real quick today. Okay. So first of all, okay, you guys. So I have a stop me if I'm going too out of
Too
thing.
quick.
Too out of right. So I was reading some facts, and this is what I found, you guys. I'm gonna tell you really quick. Let me know if this is you, okay? Or if you know someone that's like this. So this is a fact on a survey that they did, that the average US adult wakes up in a bad mood 300 times per year. That's 300 times per year. You don't wake up grouchy? Sometimes, but not all the time.
So only 60 days out of the year where we don't wake up grouchy?
I guess.
It's possible.
Right? That means, like, are you a morning person or not, right? That just that's what that translates to.
Yeah.
Yes. Hello, Eric. Yeah. Fuljens and I were trying to practice this, and I was like, you know what, Fuljens, whatever. So let's see. I wake up happy every day. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, Dr.
There you
Ilo.
go.
Yeah.
So that's a fallacy.
And that's not a fallacy. It's just they say.
How many percent of people?
Okay, let's go.
The
average US adult. The average, so in general, wakes up. I wake up pretty leveled.
60 days, that means every Sunday you're happy.
You can be happy every Sunday. That's, Sundays are we take Sundays very chill. We just chill on Sundays. That's it.
Oh, Ian.
Hi.
See you.
Yeah. So
we're gonna be live with Ian next week, Thursday. Looking forward to that.
Yes, that's gonna be great. There's so many great things happening lately.
Yeah.
And the last fact, okay, the last fact for right now, before we go into the show, is 91, and let us know if this is you. This is definitely me. 91% of people skip the first slice of bread just because it's ugly.
I would say 100% of people do that, but not because it's ugly, because it's kind of like the top part.
It's ugly. It's just
It's
thin.
not because it's ugly.
So why do you do it? Why do you do it?
Because it's not like a perfect slice of bread. You want the in-betweens. You don't want the ends.
So when something is not, okay. So
I don't think it has to do with ugliness.
No?
But I would say 100% of people do that. Who eats the top part of the bread?
Yes,
who
who
here
is
eats the top part of the bread?
It's just for me, it's just really thin. And it is the part that before the bag is closed, it is collecting all the additional grossness or whatever of the environment. That's it.
In the UK, we wake up in a bad mood 300 times every day before 4 a.m. and in a good mood after 7 a.m. every day.
Okay, so Eric sleeps till lunchtime. That's my son. My son is just but he's excused because he's a teenager. So yeah.
The soft on both sides.
Okay, yeah. I mean, and then they don't cover the ends because the ends is the same thing, right? The end is just, there's nothing there.
No value. There's no character. There's no character.
And that's that. But then Fuljens had a question for you guys before we start. We're going to LUTS real quick.
Real quick.
You had a question.
Oh, about Monterey 12.3. So how many of you upgraded to Monterey 12.3? And are any of you experiencing the issue where you lost dual display? Right? So this morning we're going crazy because I know last week I mentioned I was looking for a solution to mount a 16-inch monitor, which we found there's a small rig mount that enables to mount the 16-inch monitor, and the 16-inch monitor can be placed underneath the lens. You can use it as a confidence monitor, and for other purposes, like if you want to do mobile streaming, it's perfect. So yay, let's use it for this morning, and it's not working. And I'm like, what's going on? I went to my laptop, it's working just fine. I come back here, it's not working. And I was like, oh yeah, I had to upgrade to 12.3. I was like, no.
But the thing that he's skipping, you guys, is like, right? I'm like, okay. So first of all, the monitor is right in the middle, it's right underneath the camera. So whenever I was editing a whole bunch of headshots yesterday, and every time, so I use a Wacom tablet to edit. So I'm like, and the mouse will not freaking go. And I'm like, and I'm trying to figure it out. I'm trying to finish this headshots. I'm having this trouble. I go on update Photoshop. I reboot the computer. And then sometimes then it would work after I'll reboot. And I'm like, shoot, it's something with Photoshop. I go on, nothing. Then I go to the second monitor, unplug it. And I'm like, because the mouse is going over. So I'm like, okay, this is a dual monitor thing. I unplugged it. Still didn't work. And I'm like, you know what? Okay, I'm going to update to the software. Maybe there's a glitch in there. I updated it and everything worked perfectly because they knocked out the third monitor.
Great.
It was great. It worked for me. Right. So if you guys want that, watch out for it.
Mm-hmm. So Eric, are you using it with any type of dual display? Because for myself, I had a Mac Mini where I was trying to do the dual display after 12.3. It doesn't work. It only works with like one monitor. This one here, there's the iMac. Which year is this? 2020.
Yeah.
iMac.
And the 2019.
Right. And then there's a external monitor here, but trying to add a third monitor doesn't work anymore because of the 12.3 update.
Yeah.
So.
But it worked. It worked well for ENN this Monday for me because I was able to look at the broadcast right in front of me. But it was very. I had to get used to it because when I was trying to drag the comments, it was just not happening for me because I had to drag it. And so I wasn't even pulling comments up that much because I didn't want to mess things up. So yeah, it's a getting used to.
But it worked with 12.2. So just beware of 12.3.
Beware. I see. I use a 27-inch and my second monitor is a 24. Okay.
Oh,
yeah, that's Eric.
Fuljens always make me happy. Thank you, Ian.
Ian, look at that picture. I mean, that profile picture is great.
Good morning, Samantha.
Sam, hello.
Yeah, exactly, Paul. Exactly.
Yeah, which is why I don't update until like the last minute. But yesterday I was running out of options, and the last thing on my mind was that it was that monitor. I thought that it was the other one, and so I unplugged it. I'm like, I'm gonna unplug you. I unplugged it, and still didn't work. And I was like, shoot. And I was complaining to you about it too. I was like, what is this happening? What?
Mapping in tablet mode to a single screen should work.
Yeah. So I was trying to do that, right? And I was like, it just like, but now I know. Now I know this because I was trying to do it and I went to it and I tried to map in it and then it was showing me the two screens. And I was like, why is it still showing me two screens if I unplugged it? But I was not thinking about the one in front of me, which was the third one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of tricky. You have to like do a lot of unplugging, but hopefully they solve it in 12.4. Yeah. All right.
If we report issues.
I mentioned that real quick.
But the third one, I thought you were going to say like what happened. So I don't know what happens to you guys, but usually before we go live, it used to before for me. Now I'm getting better. I used to sweat, like my hands will be sweaty, everything. And then you had a question for you guys.
What happens to you when you go live? Right, and I wish I had a napkin or something.
You have one right here.
Thank you.
There, yeah.
Because it's happening to
me.
No,
not that one. No.
It's happening to me now. Like, what happens to you when you go live? Like, for us, like, we get sweaty, right? And then just recently, like, I would say the past few weeks, whenever I go live, I get a runny nose. My nose gets runny. Why?
Because your nose doesn't want to be live.
Did I ever, my nose is running away from the live, right? Did I have a runny nose yesterday or anything like that? No, right?
No.
The moment we go live.
Your nose doesn't lie.
The sweat is like a given. The sweat is a given, but now the runny nose, that's a new one for me. I don't understand.
Yeah, for me it was my hands. Now my hands are not sweating. Like I am actually not sweating.
I'm having hot flashes.
No, for real. So your nose. I can just have the nose running across the stream. We have a nose. We can actually make a nose run.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, we could make it fly in.
Yeah, we can make it fly in.
Right. So, Ian, I get nervous, but I use that as a springboard to give more energy for sure.
Yes, for sure.
And
For
then
sure.
Samantha, I get butterflies and sweating.
Oh my God. I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah. The sweat, but now we're used to the sweat. But it's
Yeah.
the runny nose one. I don't know. I don't know
Yeah.
what's going on with that. Like that just started happening like a few weeks ago. Mm-hmm. The moment you go live, it wants to run away. Yeah. Hopefully somebody covers this in Sammy's conference. Yeah. Hopefully somebody covers this, like because this is mastering your interviews. Right?
Yes.
Like so, one of the speakers needs to cover these things that happen to you when you go live. You know, the moment you go live.
Yeah.
Too sweaty. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think a lot of us get sweaty, but this
Yeah.
runny nose.
it just happened really. You didn't used to get a runny nose.
No. The past few weeks, it's been happening. It's a new one, a new symptom.
All right, you guys. So we were talking we sent another request about automated scenes to Ken and Glenn yesterday, and it's gonna be pretty great. So we are building a case for something else, and we would like to know from you when you used to, or still, if you still design overlays with another app, which app do you use, and what are the pros of designing inside of Ecamm Live for you, and the pros of designing on another app, and vice versa, right? Did I ask clearly?
Yeah.
Okay. So we would like to know that because we're building a little case for something that's going to be so amazing for you guys when it comes to designing inside of Ecamm.
Yeah.
That's one. And that's a good one. Oh my gosh. So wait, Ian often has to lay down after. What do you think that is? What do you think that is? I mean, if a live lasts for longer than 2 hours for me, I have to decompress very tightly. So is that why, Ian? And how long do your lives last? Of that, and then what is business growth?
No, building blocks coming live from a swimming pool near you. No one will notice. Yeah. This way, that'll eliminate all the sweat, all that, everything. Streaming from a pool.
Oh, well, that would be interesting. We cannot touch anything,
Scenery.
right? We cannot touch anything or whatever. But
Live engagement. There'll be an engagement for sure.
that is so great.
Yes.
So let us know, you guys, about that. Oh, great. Okay.
Yeah. So Ian says, I like the ability to add colored shapes and to change the opacity and rotate. Yes. Oh, and then also too, go ahead. You were going to say something.
No,
Yeah.
go ahead, because I think it's the same thing.
No. Because I remember Ian posted in the beta about different features.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know, Ian, you mentioned to add opacity to camera overlays, and I'm pretty sure Ian probably means like to click on the pencil and have a transparency that's there and then just lower it from there.
Mm-hmm.
But, there's like the workaround, I don't know if you know, Ian, is to do it this way, add a camera overlay like so. And then we're going to hold down the shift key. You could do it from there because like you do it from the glass mouse, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Right. There you go. So if you hold down shift and then you do the one finger scroll up or down. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then you could.
So that's completely gone. Mm-hmm. And then this is.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's the current workaround. Basically the same thing as any overlay, right? Mm-hmm. Anything that you drop in there, you could, manipulate the opacity that way, the transparency that way. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right, close out of this.
So hopefully that helps.
Yeah. And then the color shapes, yes. And actually, like there you can add color shapes to it right now, but the only limitation with it is that the pixels on it. So it has a big dead pixels around it that we cannot crop, which is something that we already asked the team. But the more sends a feature request, the better it is. Okay. Yes. All right. Let's do it. Let's do it again, Ian. Let's do it again, Ian. Okay. So we just did.
Let's bring it back. Let's untoggle this. Okay. Right.
So it's as a camera overlay. So you just have to hold down the shift key. And if you have a mouse, you're just going to drag the mouse up. So just your finger up to lower the opacity, and then the other way. Right? Just like that. And you can do that for any overlay that you want. You can do it that way as well. So say you bring one and then you have it here, and let's make it teal. There's on the other side. Background. Here we go. And then water's down. We're gonna make it teal. I know that you guys we're not on demo mode right now, but this is just real quick. Make a little purple. Okay, so you have this, and we're gonna lower the opacity of it. So we're just holding the shift key and then scrolling up. That's kind of cute.
Yeah, that's cool.
Should we stay like this?
No, we should not stay like this. We already have something there. Yeah, so that's basically it, all right? So any overlay. So this counts as overlay. That counts with the screen share overlay. Any overlay you bring in, hold down the shift key and then scroll up. With the trackpad, it's the 2-finger scroll.
Yeah, because like Fuljens love trackpad. Like when we were at a workshop, and I'm trying to work with a trackpad because that's what Fuljens had, and I was like, my fingers could not function. They were like, what do you need me to do? But okay, so how about we show real quick how we can color the shapes?
Real quick. Which ones?
I'm telling you.
Never knew you could do that. Hidden feature would be good if the opacity. Yeah, that's what I thought when I saw your feature request in the beta, that you mean like have it like you click on the pencil and you could change the opacity there. Yeah. But for now, that is the workaround for it. Yeah. Yeah.
And then so he tried messing around with special characters, triangle, etc., but couldn't work properly.
Yeah.
Okay. So should we show that? Okay. So we're going to go to the emoji keyboard because that's where the triangles would be, and this would happen.
Should we go into demo mode now?
Oh, you have the deck.
There we go.
You have the deck. And
You
so
didn't delete that one.
Hey, you know what? That's never gonna get deleted. That is needed forever and ever. So Ian, okay, so once you pull up the emoji keyword, which is right here, you're going to search for triangle, and let's just add this one right here. So anything that's white, the opacity is down. So I'm just gonna bring it back up. Here we go. So once you have anything that's white, you can manipulate the color of it. So let's just change the color to, I'm in a purple mood today. And so we're just like purple, like we woke up purple.
Purpley berry and all that stuff.
Oh, purple. And then here we go.
Right. And then if you notice this one, if you look on the end here, no dead pixels, right? On the corner here, no dead pixels. And this is a few dead pixels at the top and bottom. So this is easier to work with, right? Because it actually goes all the way to the top.
Yeah.
It goes all the way to the bottom. Not all shapes do that, right? Like circles.
Circles are annoying. Circles are, like with circles, it's just like little elements. They're little fun accessories.
And then with the triangle, you can go as big as this, right?
Yeah, it's awesome. And then the other Prince Purple overlay, Fuljens nose will
look like purple rain. Yeah.
But this so that is how you do manipulate and change the colors of it. But yeah, we actually asked for shapes as well.
Yeah.
We asked for that because with shapes you can create everything, all the signs where they are shapes. So yesterday we were messing around a couple of overlays for Sammy's conference, and we came up with one that was really cute, really easy to make, but it's not as people will generally think about making it this way. And yeah, so that was so Sammy, stay tuned for that. And all of you, if you're going to Sammy's conference. Okay.
Yeah, so hopefully that helps Ian with the shapes. Just like look for the ones that don't have the dead pixels, and now you know the opacity trick. Yeah, some people don't. Some people don't know that. Like that, because some people know that, you know, if like when you bring in a logo or you bring in a photo image, you can do that. But it's universal. It's universal. You can do that with any overlay that you bring in or any overlay that you create, including the text overlays. Yeah.
Yeah.
Quick workaround.
Yeah. Anything that pictures, anything you bring in, you can lower the opacity for that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Johnny.
What's going
Johnny
on,
Triple E.
Johnny? Good to
Johnny
see you
Triple
here.
Yes.
And if you haven't registered for Mastering Your Interviews tomorrow and Sunday with Sammy Superstar, Mr. Moderator has shared the link in the chat.
Yeah. So, oh my gosh, the ability to rotate. Listen, that is going to be amazing. I hear that there's some mathematical things that formulas are making it a little bit longer for it to actually be in the software, but they're working on it.
Yeah.
They're working on it.
Ability to rotate and adding the shapes into Ecamm. Those two would be amazing. Hopefully before 4.0. Hopefully. You know, that'll be awesome.
I don't know. But I don't know if you guys have noticed this, but the camera is looking a little different today. And you guys have asked a lot about LUTs. And so we have a LUT installed right now. So this LUT right here. So we're not in demo mode. So it's cool though. Okay. So this is the LUT that I created real, like all the way 100, right? Now, this is all the way 100 because I was doing some caricature thing, looking cartoonish kind of a thing. So I love green. Like most of my, whatever I do, I add teal to it. And then you like warm, right? You like warm color.
It's just like me untrained and white balancing and all that stuff. Don't really like, but now I gotten better at that, right? I don't look so RNG on my camera anymore. So it's a learning process
before, but it's good about testing, you know, and playing around with it, because you can do camera effects and you can actually create your own sort of LUT inside of Ecamm. So so this is our like straight up there, and then you can lower the effect of it by just sliding it down. Right? And then also you can play with it in camera effects. You can play with the colors, because LUTs are just a combination of colors, right? So you can manipulate the screen. I don't want to mess around with it. You know what? I'm gonna take a picture of this, because these are my settings.
Right, but you would probably be better off like writing down the numbers, right? Like minus 8 for temperature and 8 for tint and all that stuff, because you're probably not gonna know the exact numbers. Karate chop.
I'm telling you, the mic is getting beat up today.
Poor Louis. Poor Louis.
He knows I love him.
Brightness right. 0.
Yeah.
Good morning, David.
It's minus 8. That's 8.
Tint is 8.
0. Yeah.
And gamma is negative. Was that 12?
Is that 12? Yeah, that's 12.
12.
That's something else that they gotta make bigger. I'm like,
that's why I'm saying Ken and Glenn have really good eyes. They have really good eyes.
It's like literally tiny thing. I'm like, oh my gosh. Okay. Yes. Ian. So that's a great question. So yeah, LUTs will, the way your cameras, the algorithm for the color and the way they translate colors will affect the LUTs, because, you know, for Canon, their colors are vivid, and for Nikon, they're a little bit softer when it comes to it. So I have to apply it more deeper, stronger to my Nikon if I want the colors to be a little bit more vibrant. For Canon, it will not be so much like that, but it should work, because the LUTs don't go on your camera unless you want it do the settings in your camera, the LUTs will come into the system, into the computer, and then you add it to Ecamm, right? So it's, if we have it, can you zoom in for like right here? Because you have the zoom all the way over there, right here, yeah. So here you will click on that, and then you will select the LUT that you want. And then here, if you see in mine is at 21, if I put it at 100, that's what I just showed you guys. And then if you put it at 21, then I mean, at whatever you want to slide it down, then it will tone it down for you, right? Like that. And so it's, and Ecamm has their own thing. So right now, right, we're gonna bring everything to 0 so you can see. So I have a LUT applied right now. So I'm going to, but then on top of that, I have it also, I played around inside of Ecamm for camera effects. So right now I'm gonna bring everything to 0. Okay, this is with the LUT and everything to 0, right? Cool. And then say we wanted it, right now it's a little cool because it's daylight, right? Right now it's a little cool. So say we wanted, I love this though, but say we wanted it a little warmer because Fuljens want to be a little
Orange.
We just light it a little like down so you can see how it could, like the overall feel of it gets a little warmer compared to.
That still looks good.
It does. It just adds a little bit of you know, warmness to it. But we bring it all the way to the,
now it's
you can
orange.
see it,
Yeah.
right? So you can see how it is. And some people, right, this is my work when you adjust other things, but we got it like there probably. But me, I like it a little bit cooler. So if we move it to the other side, which is a cool side, it's a cool side, right?
cool
It's like a
side.
cool side.
The cool side of the stream.
Right? And then if you go to, for example, if the tint, because sometimes, especially if you don't color balance your camera, if you bring it to, it will be a little magenta or it will have a little bit of more green if your camera is not balanced. So to counteract that, first of all, just color balance your camera. That's number one, right? But then if you want to add a little bit of, if your tint is a little bit green, you add magenta to it. And so you can add some magenta and you see how it looks. A little bit like, yeah, okay, especially us. We just magenta in it today, baby. Oh, magenta. And then if we want to go a little bit green, which is my preference, we go to the other side. Oh my God, I just love the green. I had the green at 8. Okay,
Yeah.
so this is with green added to it. And so the saturation, obviously I don't play with saturation unless I like, because saturation just, you know, so this is where you go black and white, right?
That still looks cool too.
It does, yeah. And then this is where you go the other side, making things more saturated. Oh, Fuljens.
when I first like got Ecamm and stuff like that, and I was playing with that, I had my saturation all the way up until like what's that, 50?
You like warm. You like warm.
My colors were popping.
Yeah.
And I went back and I saw some of myself. I was like, whoa. I'm like, how did I get away with this?
Yeah, just because you're cute. So people are not really looking at it, just looking at your handsomeness.
I was orange. It was even more orange than this. Maybe because it was Ecamm, because Ecamm is branded orange. So it's like, oh yeah, he's on brand.
And I will ask him, you guys. I will be like, so do you like the warm color? He's like, yes, I like warm. I'm like, okay. So,
Yeah,
and
but
this
until
is
I
not
started seeing
even,
the I was like, orange. I'm like, damn, like that's a little too
right?
orange.
So
Yeah.
let's zoom in, right? And this is not even, the saturation that we have is not even at 100 yet, you right? It's just like, it's not even all the way. If we want to get really crazy, go for it. All right, let's zoom out and see what happens.
To 50.
Right? Okay. So let's go all the way. We're matching almost with the orange pillow. So let's just go back to 0 for me. And then for gamma, it just deepens your blacks and your, you know, so look at this way or that way, right? So you can create your own LUT inside of Ecamm depending on in your camera. You can just manipulate it. The settings in your camera are specific settings. You can do it there. You can play with your temperature, the color temperature inside your kelvins. or you can just do it here or have a LUT, right?
Ian was asking, do you create your own LUT? And if so, how? Or do you download pre-made ones?
Yes, so I do both. I create my own LUTs in Photoshop, and then I import it. And again, this is another thing that we're gonna go through it. I do it in Photoshop, so we are going to do a live on that. And then I get pre-made ones, and the ones that I have gotten has been from Envato Elements. The ones that I've gotten, and it was good. And actually, I downloaded one from Envato Elements, and this is the one you didn't like it much. Let me see. What I said was a film. Yeah. So this one is from Envato Elements, and so this is 100, and then you can lower. You can lower that, and then you can play with it. You can say.
Yeah, I don't know. Like for me, the black's too black.
Yeah, so now you go for gamma, right? So you just kind of
okay
work it. If you like
that
the
looks
LUT
good.
itself,
Yeah.
right? And
you
then
have to adjust in the camera effects.
and then the tint here, I think for saturation, we will have to bring the saturation up because so what you do is that you look at it and you say, okay, I'm looking at the picture right now. What do I want it to look like? What don't I like right now? Or what do I wish it had? So, okay, I want it to be a little bit more saturated because the colors look a little bit dull, right? So then on that, you add saturation. And then you can get a little bit of saturation going on.
Yeah.
Right? And then right here is green, right? Do you want a little bit more pink or, right?
That made it a little too rosy.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you play with it like that, and then the temperature, again, right? But then you see the blacks, right? The blacks are blacks. The black are like, yeah.
True black, yeah.
Yeah. Almost true. Yeah. So that is LUTs, guys. That is how you play with your camera, make it different, right? Because everyone has, I want to say mostly everyone has a Sony, who streams with a Sony. So if you want to make your look different and just make it yourself, like if you like specific feel for your lives, right? You can just go in there and just manipulate the colors, or you can go and buy LUTs. But if you have Photoshop, we're gonna teach you how to create your own LUTs, which is really fun to do.
Yeah, and then when you do download the LUT, right? Just be careful because it's up to 100 because right now it's on 29. Right, so when you install it, this is how it looks like. It's like what?
Right.
The heck
Let's
is
go
going
on full screen. Exactly.
Right.
Yeah, that's a great point, Fuljens. Yeah. So you have to make sure because they make it this way. I believe, right? Because that's the reason why I make mine full on straight. Everything's bright because you can lower the opacity of it, the intensity of it.
Yeah.
And that's why they make it because cameras are different. Your cameras, the colors on different cameras are different and they're interpreted in different ways. So when you lower it, then you kind of adjust.
Because right now it's on 100, so let's put it back to 29 on the slider here. Yes, Keisha, the numbers are small on the interface.
Listen, for real. I'm like, we have to have a lupa. A magnifying glass.
Lupa.
We have to have a magnifying glass for.
Good morning, Hot Tub Lady. Good to see you here.
Hello, Hot Tub Lady.
And then Keisha had a question earlier. Says, is there a button or key to reset the size of an overlay? Let's say 100 by 100 to its original size, or size it to a set size without the mouse.
And I think that was a request actually. I think that was a request, yeah.
Because right now it's no, and then if you do size it a particular way, Command Z is your friend to undo it, to resize it right now, because there's no set settings in Ecamm. Yeah. And then you guys, Paul is letting you guys off the hook today, right? Because
it's Friday, right? It's Friday.
Let me find Paul's comment that he places here. Yes. And then.
Oh my gosh.
Paul is in the background. I'm not
Paul
saying. I'm not saying anything.
Chill. He's like, this is my.
There he goes.
Paul's like, this is my morning peeps. This is so great. I'm good. But if you guys are designing, for example, any any backgrounds right now, text overlay covering the background. Do you see how it happened to when I added the background first, the purple one, and it just kind of readjusted itself even though I had it big? That has been fixed on the beta version.
Yeah.
So if you go, you won't have that problem.
Yeah.
What is out?
The boot. The boot is out.
That's awesome. And I saw Sammy. That's great. Oh, David, hi.
Yes. Say good morning to David. Yes.
It's great that Sammy that you have like day 1 and day 2, because keeping organized, especially when things happen, is just before going live, it's just the best. Because when we go live, things happen.
Oh, and then on Facebook, and we have Jillian and Wayne.
Oh, you guys, hello.
Oh shoot.
Jillian
Roberts Morin, Wayne Roberts. Coincidence.
That's awesome. Okay, so then, all right, so let's go with designing this really cute. Well, I call it cute because the colors were super cute.
I thought you were gonna say it real quick.
I'm gonna let you.
And good morning, Bishop.
Bishop,
we have to behave.
hi.
We have to behave now. Bishop is here. Behave.
Bishop. We're so sorry. But I mean, yeah, so you guys, for real, we're gonna cover LUTS. We're gonna go over all of that. We just wanted to answer a couple of questions first and kind of get you guys thinking about it if you haven't, and then if you're into it, then next Friday we will go into designing so that you know how to create your own LUTs. Mm-hmm. So let us know if you have Photoshop, because that's what I'm going to be using. Photoshop.
Betty cool. Betty cool.
Yes, okay.
Thank you, Johnny. Johnny says the LUTs alone were worth waking up.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I mean, it just makes it you, right? And when you are streaming, you want to feel good, you want to feel, all these things. And remember, playing around is the best way to learn. And for example, like Fuljens was mentioning, when he first was playing with LUTs, you were in Loompa Loompa is purple.
Yeah, what was it? What did Paul call me? An Oompa Fuljens.
Oompa Fuljens.
Yeah, and then this wasn't even with LUTs. This was with just in the camera effects in Ecamm. Because in the camera effects in Ecamm, I was like, I like to like oversaturate stuff, right? So I would bring my saturation all the way up, and it probably maybe mess around with the temperature a bit. But this was like when I was first starting out. Now what I do, I white balance my camera, like not this one, but my camera. And then I would, if anything in the picture settings in Ecamm, the camera effects, I would just leave everything neutral. But I just more so white balance and just have it like, just true tone. That's it.
What is who? I was trying to figure it out who this is, because I go in here and
Photoshop.
just like.
Yeah, that's not the stream. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. Facebook is weird like that. So who said no Photoshop? That is Nabia.
Nabia, okay,
Yes.
Nabia, okay.
So expensive and such a learning curve.
It is, but Photoshop is not for everyone, and the learning curve is definitely higher for that. So what software what photo editing program do you use and to create your overlays and things like that? Because that was a question, like, what do you guys use? What app do you use to design your overlays? LUTs creation. Yes. Okay. That's great.
Yeah. So how to coming soon.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And remember, we're gonna do it with Photoshop, but if you don't have Photoshop, I will figure it out if there's another way.
Other ways,
another way of doing it. Mm-hmm. Right, but otherwise is installing it. Just make sure that when you look for it, make sure the source is reliable, because it is you're gonna install it, and just make sure that it's not going to mess with your system, because it happens. Okay, the hot tub lady, use Canva. So the other question was, if you use Canva and now you're using Ecamm Live to design, what are the benefits to you designing using the app inside of the app compared to Canva?
Yeah,
for all of you,
or Keynote.
Yeah, for all of you. Yeah. So so this is a cute thing that I found. So I found this overlay that was so cute when we're trying to create some for Sammy's thing, and I thought that it was super cute. Isn't it super cute? It's so simple. But we can do it here.
Okay.
Make it look really cute. Okay, Johnny. So you use Canva to
Are you
some
going
most
to
of it.
drop the photo into the stream, or are you just going to eye it from there?
Yeah, you can do this because you have the mouse over there, and like I have my session very clean right now.
Wait, so you want me to design it? Is what you're saying? Mm-hmm. You see, I've been given an assignment, you guys.
Yes, I mean like, cause you just like I'm designing and like the way I'm like, okay, this is it. But Fuljens is like, okay, you guys. So what you have to do is.
Oh boy. Thanks. So, just for you guys to know, it's
photo piece.
It's a
Okay.
rectangular. There's a rectangular lower third.
Let's drop it.
Yeah.
Let's just
And
drop
it says
it in.
and the thing says and mic drop. That's funny.
Because they were doing a.
We're gonna drop it, you guys. This way you can see it.
Okay, there it is.
All right.
Super, super cute. The other one is reserved for Sammy's interview.
Exclusive. Notice that subtle toss over. Where does it go?
It goes into downloads.
Okay, downloads. And then what's because it hides in there. You know what? Hold on. How about here?
Okay.
Because I'm trying to find the name
Oh,
of
Jesus
it.
Lord.
We're not in demo mode, so they don't see all your
Oh my goodness.
all your dossier files here. Where does it go?
Let me see something. Can I borrow this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I missed it when it airdropped. Like, what was the file name?
It doesn't even say today. Let's arrange it by day.
Right.
Day?
They added.
What in the world?
That's so
Okay.
weird.
Wait, let me go to downloads again. And then let's do day added.
You know, Anna's iMac is so used to
Right here.
is so
I'm seeing-
used to her deleting stuff, so it just deletes it for her. It's like, yeah, airdrop it, but I know you're gonna delete it, so let me just delete it for you right now.
It's just if it's not necessary, you delete, which is why we were actually saying that we were gonna
Look,
teach you guys.
and then they're like, it's on the recent folder, so listen, it doesn't apply to Anna's iMac. It does not apply.
Let's crop it, right? Let's crop
Yeah.
it so we can be right here.
Yeah.
Okay. There it is.
Yeah.
Isn't this so cute, right? To me, that's really cute because of the colors, but this is something that looks really nice, especially when you say if you have a topic that you're covering, you can just bring it up with automatic scenes, all that great things.
Yeah, so we will imitate this, right? Mm-hmm. I think though this is just like a series of layers of rectangles.
Or lines. I was thinking about making it with lines.
But you know what? I think with the rectangles, it's probably easier to manipulate. Because to get those little lines like that can be a little annoying, right? Because let's say we have this top rectangle here, and then they kind of like jacked it up over here. But we can, like, you say if we do the left side, this teal one, followed by purple, followed by this turquoise, and then the gold, for example, right? And then maybe like, and just sneak a little one on the side there, right?
If you wanted to me, that's more work. But
Or some like squares. But what I'm trying to say is like we're gonna try to avoid creating like the little thin lines because they're a hassle to manipulate sometimes.
Okay.
You know, just like layer like little squares, little squares underneath. You'll see what I mean.
you know, you're
Absolutely.
talking with your hands now, bruh. It's
but I'm not trying to karate chop the Louis.
Well, you do it that way, and because you're designing, you do it that way, and then we can try doing it with lines and see if what I'm thinking about is more practical and faster. But let's do it your way first,
Yeah.
and then we do the other way.
All right.
Okay.
So how about this? Let's start a clean slate, right? Paul Dixon. Yeah, because like, for example, in the new ENN that we have, we have like this little line to the side. It's just so annoying to just try to create that little. It's more time consuming versus like creating like a square or something like that, and you could just layer it.
Yeah, and then you have to like to each his own, right? But then you have to like notch, and then go down with a line, especially because I created the one for OU, and I designed it with lines, and it worked beautifully. It just great. But let's go for it. Let's do this.
All right, so we're in a new scene here. So we have this here. All right, so Fuljens, you remain necessary. Oh, I know, Michael. I know. All right. So let's start off in demo mode. And then, you know what you were saying earlier about organizing, right? So with this one, since it's a lower third in text, we'll most likely have 2 different folders, right? So we start off by creating the folders from the start, right? So
I'm gonna move the mouse out of my way.
Oh, sure.
So it's gonna move.
Sure, you're good because I don't use that mouse.
I know, but I'm saying like for you, we're doing some stuff over there.
Lower third body and lower third text. And you know, something else too, like when you're creating a new folder, right? We don't intend to have the folder drop into like become a subgroup. You know, we just want to create a standalone folder. So maybe is that another feature request?
I don't know.
Right?
I think it maybe where it has the cursor is.
That's where it drops.
Where it drops.
That's where it drops.
Yeah.
Yeah. So here are your 2 folders here, and then we're gonna create the rectangles into lower third body. Let's move Michael Heal's comment up ahead like that. All right. Command end, and we're gonna do rectangle is fine, right? If we type rectangle, I think that should suffice. Rectangle, add background, and we could lower the margin, right? So we have like some nice thin rectangles going on. And yeah, and then Paul Dixon's feature request, can the shadow be defaulted to like nothing, right? Just like we don't have to deal with that. Just like leave it like that. I think that's a simple request.
That is, yeah, it should be, but
Yeah.
I mean, who knows? Because it all depends on how the code is written for real. Because I mean, changing codes can be a little bit of a...
And then are we going to just mimic these colors here? So we went to the ink dropper, and then we highlighted.
So if we're gonna do that to make it nice and practical,
Okay.
my people, we're going to just create all the colors in there. So this is what we do, right?
Let's
so
do
we're
it.
gonna add a new color palette,
Good idea.
and we are going to rename it to Mic Drop.
Mic drop.
Go
Mic drop
for it.
lower third. Yep.
Mic Drop. Okay. And then it's renamed. So now we have it here. Mic Drop lower third. This one, we're just gonna remove it so that I can go back there. And now when we drag it from here, it's just going to Mic Drop lower third. So we're just gonna drag it there. And then now do the rest of the colors.
True. So we have this purpley here. All right. And then this turquoise. Then the gold. And last but not least, which I guess this is called the anti-design, right? That they have this, like they have all these colors here, and then they have like this one color on the side here. That's anti-designing? It counts as anti-design?
Yeah, because it's not even. It was driving you crazy. Look at how small I think this is. So yeah, Paul, that's gonna be amazing.
Yes. 3.10.2. All right.
Okay.
All right. So let's start off with let's start off with the gold one actually, because that's the dominant layer here.
Let's go for it.
All right. All right. And then we don't need to, we're not going to trace over this. We're just going to use this as our inspiration.
And we can clear the interface so that it can be easier.
Command apostrophe. Because, you know, even myself, I'm like, what? Command what? Command do?
We're over here looking like we left the LUT, like testing. Let's do something. Wait a second. Bring this thing all the way down and see what happens.
Back to your original camera.
Almost, because I actually don't have the other LUT there, but now this looks a little bit better.
All right, so we have this here. We could probably have this here. Now it's going to be a little bit longer. And then, so now the next one is, let's do this turquoise one here, right? All right. So this is what I was saying, right? Either like create a square versus a little line, right? So let's say we go Command N, and then we do, let's do S, Q, and then return S-Q-U-A-R-E, like square.
Got
Something
it.
like this, right? And then change the color to, what's that? That's going to be the turquoise
teal,
one. All right. Show some love for the tilde.
I love tilde. Tilde is what's up.
All right. Right. And then we could probably shrink it down. I guess this works like that. And then you know what's so good about the 3.10 is the snapping, right? So something like this. So we this is good, right? 'Cause this way you don't it doesn't have to be so thin, because like the thinner it gets, it's just such a hassle to manipulate, right? So we have this one, and then we can actually kind of like duplicate this one to create the purple one, right? And so on and so forth, right? So if we duplicate this, option drag, all right, and then these should be going into lower third body. So rectangle should go in here, this square one should go in here, and the copy of square.
And you see how you guys, we have all of the copy, renaming that to 1, 2, 3, or is so important, because when you go and you want to edit anything, it will be easier to find. So let's name it something that is not going to mess it up.
Okay, instead of square,
well, square can stay, but just where it is.
How about this? So we do SQ. It's not even a square at this point. It's tall, but look, watch this, right? So 02, right? So this will be 02, and then this will be 01. This way, it doesn't mess up the shape of the of your manipulation.
And speaking of not messing up the shape, it didn't mess it up when we just added it. Changed the name, and because whenever we were changing something, it would just make it bigger, no matter if we gave the proportions of it or not. So that was cool. Okay.
So we have that, and then now we can probably just go ahead and
you're gonna keep it that thick?
This one, yeah, because remember we're layering, right? So now if we layer the
got you, yeah,
right?
got it, yeah,
it should be no issue.
Okay.
Right, and then we can take this one, option drag rectangle, and then rename this rectangle 2, right? And change the color to...
That music is very high performance.
Oh yeah, that's right. But when we started designing it's like the music just like, we forgot that.
It's just like, let's go fast.
We forgot it's not playing the lo-fi. It's just like playing something completely non-lo-fi-ish. All right. So let's see if that works. Yeah, actually, this will work. And then we're gonna move rectangle 2 to the top here. It's all about the layering. This is great because, this can actually just stretch out. And this is all eyeballing. And then good snap. Those are one of those features that are kind of just like a sleeper. The snapping is amazing. The snapping is amazing.
One of the things that I really liked about this little lower third here was how nicely thinner the lines were. So can we make the yellow a little bit less thick?
Yeah, for sure. We could do one or two things, right? We can shorten this or move these over.
Yeah, just
right?
Moving it over. Yeah.
Something like this,
something
right?
Like that.
And then this is why, like, it's just, if you layer like rectangles underneath, or do it like this, either way would be great. It's like, it's just an easier process. Then
we need to get the purple one.
This one, snap it down. There you go. I think that snapped down perfectly. And then, yes, I heard the same, Paul.
I heard the same, Paul. I heard the same, and that's what I'm saying. I would have been designing.
I like to eyeball.
You see, I like how the delicateness of the lines.
All right, so we didn't create any other rectangles, right? So we can take we could take one of these down here. Hold on. If we send this to the back, because we don't need it right now, so we can send it to the back, and then take this one and option drag, and then this will be SQ03.
Hey, Parker.
Hello, Parker. Good to see you here. And then we're going to take this color and change it to mic drop lower third 5.
Mic drop.
All right. I believe that's the last one, right? There's no other colors here. This anti-design here.
It looks good though. That's probably why I liked it.
All right, and then this one will go here, right? Like so. And then once you're done, you can just shrink it down. Look at that. But let's move this over. This didn't snap all the way. Like so, right? And let's bring this back down. Right?
That is so
Awesome.
cute.
We don't need you
now.
anymore.
Now let's add that. Look at how cute this is, and we can. Okay, so you know what?
Man.
What if we brand it to Building Blocks Builders now?
But how would you brand it? Because we have the red and the gold versus
can- we can have
you
black.
have some rainbow going on here.
Yeah, that's good.
Well, okay.
Oh,
so,
that's fine. That's fine. Just
right?
leave it like that. We can do it.
don't
We
have
can
to-
do it later.
Yeah,
Okay.
this is good.
So let's just add
and then,
text.
And then we could link this all, right? It's like this is not centered properly. Does it snap though? Yeah, when it's linked, sometimes it doesn't snap. But
There
there
it
it
is.
is.
There it is.
Boom. Snap. It's centered now. Awesome. And everything is in the folder. So this is confirmation. Right? And then we could lock everything.
And we
in
can
place.
have a slide from the bottom.
For sure.
Yeah.
You want to do that? Mm-hmm. It's not, it's only 1, 2, 3,
Hello,
4.
Miss Jill.
Hello, Jill. Oh, Jill came over from the Facebook side.
Oh, you guys, do you know that Jill is gonna be on Ecamm Network News next Monday? She's gonna be our guest. It's gonna be so good.
That you
Clap,
deleted.
clap, clap, clap.
Deleted sound effect.
Ding-ding-ding-ding-ding-ding.
Okay. All right. So we're gonna take all these rectangles and squares and fly in from the bottom. The centering will be based on the green. Yes. Yes, Paul Dixon. That
Yes,
is correct.
Paul.
Flying from the bottom.
How cute is this?
Flying from the bottom.
Oh my gosh, for real, Paul. Yes.
For sure. Flying from the bottom.
No.
And blah, 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 blah. And flying from the bottom. All right. And let's hide this lower third body here.
Oh, hello.
Beautifully.
Hello. Yes.
Beautiful,
you know what?
beautiful.
Let's go into full screen, please, so that we can admire this quick lower third that looks so cute.
That looks like they're real quick. They're real quick lower third. Actually, that's what should be the name of it. The real quick.
You know what? Let's do it.
But okay, so while it's on full screen, we're just typing Command N and we're typing some text here. We're removing shadow because we don't want the shadow. The real.
You gotta
quick
add dot
lower.
real quick.
Wait, hold on. Wait. Restore default style. What is it?
Dot. The
You're doing all that. Real quick lower third.
Listen, it's
Remove
just
shadow.
this. It's just this. Let me see.
Well, where?
That's it.
Why so many dots?
Because that's it.
Okay.
And then we can change the font.
I don't want dots, so we're adding the dots. And then do you have the
Which one?
Museo Sans? Let's do that. I don't know why we have the dots, but
Because we were doing like, oh my gosh, look at this. You see? I'm telling you. I know, right? You know what,
And then,
Jill? Thank you. Like we woke up like this,
feeling
literally
feeling rosy.
feeling rosy.
Flying from the bottom also. So let's
Oh,
go.
my
Let's
goodness.
just go back into demo mode real quick. Oops, not zoom. Demo mode. Where are you, demo mode? All right, so we just added this sentence, the real quick lower with the dot into lower third text, right? So everything is very organized. You have the lower third body, you have your rectangles and shapes here, and lower third body, and lower third text has for this, right? So if you want to rotate other text overlays, you can add that in there as well. It's centered, so we can lock that in place. And if you go into the text overlay panel, we have it flying in from the bottom as well. All right, so let's do this. Let's go back to this scene here.
Yes, I like
And
it.
then let's go here. Boom.
Yes, look at this. And yes,
Yes.
Samantha, you can add some more text to automate it and just go through it. Or even if you have, this could be your topic lower third where you can, with the Stream Deck or whatever, just trigger it for the next topic. You know what I mean? It's like, it just gives a little. But look how cute this is. This is super cute.
And where is the inspiration? Oh, look, I did a you.
You have it.
I thought I did a you. I deleted it.
No, you don't. You don't do that. You don't delete. That was the inspiration.
Not bad for eyeballing though.
No,
like not bad. You know?
They're just like, this one is a little bigger, but it's fine.
Yeah,
you know, it's fine.
I was a sleeker.
Yeah, and you see how nice and sharp and just awesome it looks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I know, like, for us, the benefits of designing this inside of Ecamm is that, let's say you see how you said, let's brand the building blocks colors. Mm-hmm. It's like, no, it's a PNG. We can't do that. We got to go or contact the designer and be like, hey, can you send me another file with the different colors? Unless, we had the file in Canva or Keynote, and then we can modify. But still, you have to leave Ecamm and do that, right? So
Did anyone answer why they designed the interview? Answer why did design?
Oh no, people just basically gave their preferences. Yeah, mostly Canva, which makes sense because Canva is a really good platform for that. Mm-hmm. Yeah. For Jill, we call them ellipses. Yes, just do it with Ecamm.
Yeah, right. It's just so much flexible, in my opinion. And there are some things that, for example, some elements that, because of how the emojis work right now, we cannot manipulate, and that's what we import from Canva or any other store for graphics. But the flower that I use, you guys, even Fuljens got surprised, right? So I'm putting together the Women's History Month ENN overlays, and then I'm like, okay, Fuljens, come check out for straightness, right? Because he like, I'm just, you guys know me, right? I don't like straight things. So he comes over and he's like, are these flowers emojis? And I'm like, yeah. He's like, what? They were really nice, you guys, and it was so simple to design. Fuljens is pulling it up. It was so simple to design, the little flowers. It was at the beginning on the waiting screen, and then also, Are
they there? They're gonna be there.
Mm-hmm. The first, if you bring it all the way to the beginning, and then wait till there, or you can go to the there.
Oh, there we go.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Cool.
Well,
this whole thing was cool. Like, this is a good use case for automated scenes. So let's just jump over to screen share.
Oh my gosh, that was so much fun. That was so much fun.
This is all done in automated scenes. So
these are the flowers.
Those are flower emojis.
Look at how cool that looks, my people. That looks so cool.
Yeah. And then you brought in the photo elements, and then
the corners, the edges are triangles. Yeah.
Triangles.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That was really, really cute. The flowers were perfect.
Yeah.
And then we did so all of us. So that was Stephanie in that, and then that was cool. And that was just automated scenes. And we're asking for so many updates on that, because it's just, especially for me, oh my gosh, that is such a great addition to it. What's that do? But you guys, we covered some great stuff today, didn't we?
I have more time stamping to do now.
He's doing great with time stamping. He takes that very seriously.
Yeah. It's worth it too. Because it helps. Because like our format, I love our format, because like, some people will say, no, get straight to the content and stuff like that. But our content this is the format, right? We like to interact with everybody. We like to have chats and stuff like that, stuff, and then go into answer. For example, for this format here, like live Q&A, even if it's not live Q&A, let's say we say today we're going to design this, but we still have a run of show where we like to interact with the crowd. Yeah. And then we like to answer questions. If somebody says something, we'll finish our thought and then we'll respond, right? So in that case, for us, the timestamps the timestamps are very helpful for people who just want to get to like, all right, get to the point, or you said you're gonna go over adding transparency to camera overlays. Where is it at? So here it is, right?
Yeah.
But
we don't get those questions a lot. We got one time one person said, "Hey, you guys should create chapters," and we were already thinking about it.
We're already thinking about it. Yeah, but it's good, But
Felicia, hello.
I just think, hello, Felicia. Good to see you here. I think that is good for our format. Like, we keep our format the way it is, but for people who are just looking for a specific thing on the show, okay, go to 10 minutes and 30 seconds. Here you go. That's how you're welcome.
Yeah. See, Johnny likes the format.
Yes, for sure. We ain't changing nothing.
We're not changing nothing. Well, what we're changing though is like, so we see that it's getting a little darker because it was morning, and we're just like,
and these lights are not on the full.
Yeah, they're not in the full capacity, so you can like get the brightness up a little tiny bit inside of Ecamm.
So what was brightness before in camera effects?
0.
It was 0. So now we have it on 13. Yeah.
Oh, who's this?
Let's see.
Who's identify yourself?
It's like I have to go to the cheat sheet in Facebook to find out who is this. This is Albert. Oh, Sylvia said pretty. Hi, Sylvia. Sylvia's hiding in the
hello.
in the Facebook group. And then that was Albert. Yeah, Albert, it was amazing. So last week on Building Blocks, we did a lot of unpacking. Figuratively and literally, right? We did a lot of unpacking our week in San Diego. It was an amazing thing. So much things happened. So much great people we met, and it was overall amazing experience.
It was, and like honestly, because we're obviously we present and we are speakers virtually, but speaking in real life in front of an audience and getting immediate feedback from faces, from body language, all that was just amazing.
Yeah,
and that was amazing.
Yeah, and then we're best friends with Miss Jill here.
Oh, for sure. Like Miss Jill is like when we go visit Mass, we definitely is gonna let you know.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so this life
Sylvia is signing in now. Sign in, Sylvia.
Hello, Sylvia.
Sign in.
We're over here with some Ecamm merch.
Oh yeah. We're representing for present, so.
Right. So definitely we sometimes create shorts, and the way that we have been creating shorts, I did this the other day. I just screen recorded some stuff and then just added things to it, and it was pretty easy and great to do for shorts. So we didn't have to actually go and just design it and all of that. And I don't know if you guys are familiar with it. I know I was Google Gagaing over it last week, but this little app called InShot is incredible. I just designed a couple of videos for promotional videos for a customer, and they loved it, and so did we. And I'm like, Fuljens, you have to see this. It's
pretty dope.
It is amazing.
And you said you didn't pay for the app?
Oh no, I did.
Oh, you did.
Yeah, I paid. So it's $3.99, and then for the year it's almost $40. So I'm paying for the year. This app is amazing. So I get it, and then I'll just screen record from the phone, and then I just post because they see everything and it's easier.
Yeah,
it's easier.
Yeah. Sherwin is here. Good to see you, Sherwin.
Lovely
to see you as well.
See. When it's almost this time, remember, everybody shows up. You guys.
And something too? Yesterday I was looking at the YouTube analytics. There's like this, there's a section where it says like, this is where your viewers are. Like the more frequent, how many viewers are live on a particular time of day. So we have to check Friday at 10 because it's like kind of like a light pink.
Yeah.
Versus like a darker pink to show like there are more viewers live at that. So let's check out Friday
and the country
also in the YouTube analytics to see what's going on.
Because the country will make sense. Like if you're waking up or if you're coming home from work or what, that will make sense.
Is Jill as shy? I know that's a joke, but listen, you need to meet Jill in person, Paul.
Jill is as shy in person as she is on camera. Yes, Paul. That is exactly right.
I shy. Yes.
Love to see you too, Sherwin.
The script has been awesome. Yes, I remember Jill was mentioning that on the last stream. Yes, for sure. Yeah. And then I'm back from Ottawa visiting with the grandkids. Oh, yeah. It's warm. It's been warm here.
It's
It has
15
been very
degrees.
warm here lately. Well, not very warm, but it's been warm enough.
Well, yesterday I was wearing a jacket and a hoodie, and we were at the store doing a hot pepper challenge. And right before right as soon as I went to the store, it got so hot, and I'm like taking my jacket off, and I'm like, Fuljens, are you hot? And he's like, I'm not hot. I see, just smooth as he is, he's like, I'm not hot. And I'm like, and he's just like, it's just you. And I'm like, and I'm taking my jacket. I'm taking my jacket off and everything, and I'm like, I'm gonna go outside because it's really hot in here. So we got our hot peppers, and we actually ate it in the Jeep outside.
What did Paul say I was going through earlier? Let me see. I should have started that comment. Let me see. What was it?
You're in some sweat.
Something. Hold on. Let me see. I'm gonna find it. Yeah, hot flashes. I see what you were having your hot flashes.
Yeah, he would. So you were having it this. You were
I
having it.
I have it when I go live. So for those of you who recently tuned in, like, what symptoms do you get when you go live? You know, for us, we normally like, for us, of course, we sweat, right?
Mm-hmm.
We sweat. But recently, the past few weeks, I get a runny nose.
But
and then
it's
people
done,
are saying
though.
that my nose is my nose is still runny right now.
Oh.
It's gonna keep running until the stream is over. And people now are joking like my nose is trying to run away when we go live.
It's just like when you have a cold or something, and before the live, you're sneezing and you're coughing, and then as soon as you click on live, it's like everything goes away.
Oh yeah,
right?
that happens too.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, yeah, that's like a reverse symptom. Like any type of ailments that you have, it goes away once you're live. But then you get new symptoms, like you start sweating.
Right.
And for me, I get a runny nose. What is that?
I don't know.
That is so weird.
But a runny nose, I think sweating in a way is better than a runny nose, isn't it?
I would prefer to sweat than get a
Yeah.
runny nose, because the sweat you could hide and stuff like that. You said it's like, oh, I'm sweating, you know, but like the nose is just dripping in front on camera.
You should have a cue, like when the nose is running, you pull
I
it
bet you
off.
that's Sylvia. Sylvia likes to say, wow. Let me go to my cheat sheet
It was
here.
86
go to my cheat
in
sheet.
Cali the other day, then 60
Yes,
to
it
the
is
next.
Sylvia.
Oh,
That is Sylvia.
Sylvia, he knows you. He knows your language.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fluctuating. So for over here, it's
Mm-hmm.
gonna drop to like 25 on Monday and Tuesday, and then it's gonna go back up to 50s.
That's why people get sick. But here, upstate New York, you can see all 4 seasons in one day.
In
for
one
real.
day, for sure.
For real.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Viewers times. Also bear in mind, springtime change is happening on different weekends. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's very true. And Johnny over there is saying that this Friday has him
Breaking away.
We tied like that.
Sorry that you
We
enjoyed
tied
the
like
stream.
that.
Sorry you made you enjoy it so much, Johnny.
We
Sorry.
tied like that. But so yeah, my people is great. It's been amazing. We love hanging out with you on Friday mornings and teaching you some amazingness here.
Exactly.
Oh my God. Oh, for real. Listen, anxiety is the number one thing that makes all of that happen. Anxiety, you get sweats, you get but you don't have
Yeah.
anxiety though.
Yeah, and then like our stream here is very chill,
Mm-hmm.
you know, very cool. Like there's nothing to like be like, you know, we never have like any issues like, oh my God, there's something happening with Restream, whatever. Like, you know, and if it does, it's like, okay, whatever. And then we just, you know, go through it. But there's nothing, there's no anxiety. It's like
Today.
very calming. But like most of the streams are like that. Like our building blocks, you know,
Oh, got you.
you know,
Yeah.
There's, you know, there's nothing like very anxiety inducing and stuff like that. So it's like, why am I getting a runny nose every time? It's just like once we go live, my nose just starts running.
Breaking news.
I'm gonna look into that.
Fuljens nose ran away.
Live streaming symptoms. I'm gonna look into that. Yeah, exactly, Paul. The drip squad. The drip squad.
So, okay, so this is the last fact that I have for you guys for closing the stream, right? Because we're ready. Okay, so, and there's someone from Switzerland here. Please, you can confirm this. In Switzerland, it is illegal to flush the toilet after 10 p.m. In this house, it
Please
is
verify.
illegal.
Please verify.
Because going to, like the flushing the toilet wakes me up.
Freaking nose. Yeah. Is it though? Who from Switzerland can verify this?
Yeah, like after 10 p.m. And it's good. It's just like in the morning. If in the summer, that's neighbors wake up at like 5 o'clock to mow the lawn. No, and especially on the weekends.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, please, can you just wait till 7?
That's another symptom. I get that too, Johnny. Yes, right away.
Licking
Once we
my
go
what?
live, licking lips,
my-
like
oh.
dry mouth.
Oh yeah, you go. Oh
but not
my
so much
gosh.
dry mouth, but dry lips.
Yeah.
Dry lips.
Which is why chapsticks are all over the place. But
Sylvia, what's good?
But for real, like I
Ecamm
never,
chapstick.
knew, honestly, everyone, I never knew what dry mouth was until I had to present in real life by myself. And I was like, what is this? And I was like, are you kidding me? And I'm used to performing on stage, dancing. I was a dancer. I used to perform. All of that never happened. It was all great. I used to cheerlead, never happened. I'm over there presenting. And I'm like, what is going on? And then I'm like, next time I'm gonna put Vaseline in my teeth, like I used to do when I was dancing, so that my teeth don't get stuck, right? But and then I was like, that's why speakers have a bottle of water there.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought that it was because they lost their voice, but it is because of the dry mouth situation.
Yeah,
That is the worst.
it is the worst.
I'm like, what's going on with me right now?
It is the worst.
Oh my God, that was
Yeah.
not fun.
I get that. Like my mouth just turns completely cotton, like on interviews and stuff like that.
Cotton?
Yeah, like
Oh
just-
yeah, white.
Not like Ecamm interviews, like actual in-person interviews. Oh my gosh, forget it. Like I'm like
I have a chapstick.
like they would think like something is wrong with me. Like, you know what? Just to hell with this guy. Next, man. Yeah.
No, for real. But look at you licking lips
Yeah,
now because it's
yeah.
like, no, but this little chapstick, which is pink, is
So,
great. Would you like to? Would
Thank
you
you.
like some?
Dry,
No.
Oh, it's like apply to the lips.
Yeah.
So dry lips. Thank you. Dry lips, sweating, and runny nose. Those are my top 3 symptoms.
You know what would be funny?
Mm-hmm.
If we went to the doctor, right, and we go, doctor, I don't know what's going on with
the
me.
moment I'm going live.
I know. No, don't even say going live. We
uh-huh.
go like, I've been experiencing the symptoms, sweaty, runny nose, dry lips, and see what disease or whatever they come up with. They'll be like, you're dying.
Great. I would press a sound effect, but you deleted all of them.
Listen, we have internal ones, don't we?
That's fine. No worries about that. But yeah, but you know what? That we're gonna continue this conversation on ENN. The symptoms of live streaming symptoms. We're gonna continue this conversation. I would like to know what other more people's symptoms are when they go live. Yeah.
It would be the doctor would be like, you have live streaming-itis.
There's gonna be some other name for it. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, live streaming-itis or stream vid, something.
Stream vid. He was trying to be cute before when we first started streaming together. He would be like, I just get sweaty because I'm next to you, and I'm like, that's cute, but that's not the reason why.
Oh no,
you get sweaty.
no, yes, that was true because that's a whole different sweat. We can go back and find that stream and but her LUT, that's why I appreciate her coming through with this LUT class that she's gonna do. Her LUT hid the sweat. This is nothing. This is sweat on the arms and stuff like that. But I was sweating all the way here until I got used to streaming next to you. I was sweating. This I'm used to. That's what I'm saying. I would prefer sweat under arms and stuff like that because you could hide it. But when your head starts sweating and you start dripping sweat all that's a whole different sweat. That's a whole different sweat. And then that's when it was Fuljens and Anna. I was sitting on the other end until it was wait a minute. If we're calling us an Anna's Fuljens, why are we sitting in this way and we swapped seats? But it was one of the earlier days of ENN and BuildingBlocks. But I was sweating.
It was dripping for real.
Yeah.
I'll be like, what's going on with you? Are you okay? He said, well, this is because I'm streaming next to you. And I'm like,
it's true.
That's just
no. And until I got used to it, it's true. That was yo. And then when you start dripping like that, you get nervous. start to get really nervous. It's like, oh my god, because like people are seeing me sweat on the camera. It's like, what's going on?
I mean, they go put powder on, put like all these things on, whatever. Do you put powder on?
No,
Oh.
no. Hey, anxiety suffers. We are here for you. Yes, Catherine.
Listen, for real. Yeah. But
Yes, Albert. Yeah, she was doing all kind of stuff, batting her eyes and flipping her hair like this and
I
looking
was
at me
not.
directly. All these
I have
things
to look at you because we're talking, but I wasn't flipping.
And then
hair.
maybe it's more impactful on the other side. I was like, you know what? Let me sit over here. I'm like, let me sit over here.
I would just be looking at you because we're talking. But and then I was looking at his eyes and I'm like, okay,
exactly.
No, okay, so I saw something about Switzerland. Okay, flushing the toilet
is an urban myth in peaceful times.
Okay.
7 p.m. to 10 p.m. to 7 a.m.
Okay, you know what? That's peaceful time. That's for real because I had a thing with my kids. I'm like, you guys, you go to the bathroom, flush the toilet. But if it is 3 o'clock in the morning, you're waking up, just don't do it. Do it in the morning because I wake up to anything.
And then what will happen in Switzerland? You flush your toilet after 10 p.m. Who's gonna? First of all, who hears it besides your household? Somebody upstairs, they're gonna hear the pipe flushing and they're gonna call the police.
You know that could be it because if they're living in an apartment,
Right.
you know how in New York City you hear everything. So maybe that's what it is.
But then they're gonna call the police, and then what?
They
You
could.
flush your, I know I wasn't. I was sleeping. The person was dreaming. I'm like, how did they regulate that? You know, when you really think about it, right? How did they regulate something like that?
I don't know, but if there is a rule,
Or is there like a flushing tracker or flushing log? You know, this apartment 401 was flushing after. Right, prove it. Apartment 401, our log indicates that you flushed at 10:15 p.m. You're coming.
The neighbors are the one who are gonna say that, and they'll be like, yeah. And then if it goes down, like you heard it, and if it was like a very tough flush,
my gosh! And then all the neighbors are gonna rat you out. That's crazy.
People could do it.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And then now Paul is gonna have to bail us out.
But you know what, guys? One time, right? Was it? I was at Fuljens' place, and it was it summer or was it? And there was this loudness going on outside, and I'm thinking that it was kids playing. So I'm like, oh, kids playing. You know, the voices are cute, happy kids. And Fuljens was like, those are not kid playing. I'm like, what was it? The lady. So it's probably like that.
Oh, the lady downstairs that was arguing?
You could hear everything that she was saying. So if it's
conversation.
a flush, could be heard.
Yeah, no, definitely. You could hear that through the pipes. But I'm like, how did they prove that you flushed and whatever? You know, that's what I'm saying. Like, if somebody rats you out, it's like, I was sleeping the whole time.
They will the toilet police will come in and investigate.
They're gonna check the logs. The toilet logs.
But anyway, that was the closing. Yeah. That was the closing thing for you, amazing people. Our log.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they got logs.
No, think of it. It's the.
Yeah, on the log. Yeah, the log. Exactly.
Oh my God.
I don't know where these things come from. Anyway,
that was the reason why they did it. But anyway, you guys, thank you so much for being here again. You guys are amazing. We love spending time with you on Fridays and teaching you great things. And hopefully we will see some of you or all of you at Sammy's conference on tomorrow. Tomorrow we are on at 6, I believe.
6:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Yeah. And we have some really cute overlays and also some like this, but a little bit more. They're cool. They're cool because it's a different shape that you can create and that we haven't actually shown here on BuildingBlocks. So that's for Mr. Sammy.
Exclusive Sammy overlays.
Yes. So thank you so much, Mr. Paul, for doing amazing as always. We love you and we love you guys. And we will see you either tomorrow or we will see you on Monday on ENN.
And we're going to continue this assessment of live streaming symptoms.
Yep.
I really want to know.
You do.
Am I the only one whose nose gets runny? I really want to know this.
Oh, you want to know if other people's noses get runny?
Right. At least because lips, yeah, sweat, yeah, because those are like just regular things now, right? But like runny nose, that's new.
So if the lips don't get dry, then it probably went to your nose.
True. We'll see. But to be continued.
All right, everyone. Thank you so much. My name is Anahi.
And I'm Fuljens Henry.
Have an amazing weekend.
And happy Friday.
Yes. Bye.
Yes, I'm having food cravings.